Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. All right, so we're back to, we had a silly day on Tuesday with our 100th day and all our old 100-year-old teachers. But we are going to be back to talking about character traits. Okay. And I don't know if I've told you this, but character traits are adjectives. I'm nervous to say that. I don't want Flippy Dolphin popping out anywhere or Miss Bavona sneaking in on us, but character traits are adjectives. Yeah, and I know you know what those are. Describing words, right? So let's go through our character traits. So I've been telling you this over and over again. Character trait is how you describe someone, right? What their characteristics are. There's the outside ones, they're physical ones. What we can see, hair color, eye color, height, clothing, right? How tall someone is. And then on the inside, right, when we talked about Ruby Bridges on Monday, right, people judged her from her outside traits without getting to know her inside traits, okay? Characters are what we learn from actions, words, and thoughts. That's how you get to know someone, okay? Not by just looking at them. That is not how you get to know someone. And on Monday, we learned about a real person, right? A real character in the story was Ruby Bridges. Now, today we're going to learn about this little fellow named Z. Okay, the book is just called Love Z, almost like you're ending like a letter. But this little robot, his name is Z, and you can see he's got a little Z on his chest right there. So, what do we know about his traits, right? What do we know about him? Well, all we know right now is we can look at his outside traits. He's gray, could be silverish, probably metal. He's a small robot. I can look at his eyes. He's got orange eyes. Kind of has a nice funny hat on there. It looks like a paper sailor hat, but that's all I know about him. That's all we got for unless you know him from personal experience, unless you read a story about Z before. That's all I know about Z is what we can see from him, right? I can see he's like putting maybe something in his, wow, his robot compartment opens and he can store things in there. Didn't know that. But that, looking at him right there, I can't tell if he's brave or shy or scared of the dark. Like, I don't know anything about him. So we have to read to find out. So let's read Love Z. And I wanted to read this story because it kind of goes with when love and Valentine's Day is in the air. And this story is just called Love Z. Okay, so he's got a bunch of robots behind him, and there he is, and there's a cat in there. So it's by Jessie Sima. And she's the author of Not Quite Narwhal. Oh, that's a good story. I'll have to read that another time for you. Okay, so here is Z. While out looking for adventure, a young robot named Z finds a message in a bottle. Love Beatrice, it says. But what is love and who is Beatrice? Finding out might be the best adventure of all. Okay. So here he is. We saw that picture before. Okay. On a bright, chilly day, Z went out looking for an adventure and stumbled upon a piece of half-buried treasure. Okay. He's looking for adventure. We don't really know him yet, but I'm gonna say maybe he's adventurous, right? He likes adventure. He's looking for adventure. He's looking for something to do, right? There he is, Z. He finds a bottle. Inside was a message, too smudgy, almost like too blurry, too smudgy to read, except for two words at the very bottom. Love Beatrice. Now that's in cursive, so it's a little hard to read. Love Beatrice. The young robot did not know what love meant or who Beatrice was, but they felt important. So Z tucked the treasure away and headed toward home. He doesn't know what love means. If you were to think about it, how would you describe love? I think I know you know what love means, right? But it is hard to describe. It's hard to kind of put it into words. And he is a robot right here, and he thinks he doesn't know what that word is. Love. As night fell, all the robots prepared to power down and recharge for the next day. Z asked for a bedtime story. Okay, so wonder if that's his mom or dad. Oh, there's an M, so maybe it's his mom. His mom robot. And a nightlight. And a goodnight kiss. Well, maybe that's his dad. Clank. They just did robots right there. So he did kind of normal things, almost maybe what some of you might be going to bed with, maybe a nighttime story, kiss goodnight. Tucked snugly in bed, Z's thoughts drifted back to the important treasure. What is love? Asked the young robot. So he's still thinking about this, right? He's kind of stumped by it. He's like, I found this note and I want to know more. I would kind of call him curious. You ever been curious? You know what that means? When you want to learn more, you want to know. When I read that story about more purple people in the world, they're curious, right? Purple people, they ask why, right? He wants to know why. What is love? Like, what is it all about? So he asked, I guess, his family. He says, "What is love?" asked the young robot. Does not compute. Okay, I read that in a robot voice, not because I'm a robot monkey from the book with no pictures, not because of that. There's a bunch of robots here. And when it says does not compute, that means like doesn't understand, like can't process it. Like we don't understand either. What are you talking about, right? So does not compute, you're going to hear that a lot in here. So it's like, I don't understand. Replied the old rusty robots. When they said sweet dreams, then they said sweet dreams and turned out the lights. So they haven't told us it's this whole family, but I'm kind of almost like, here's an F and an M and an I and an L. I wonder if one of those are A and maybe Y to spell out family. So it's looking like my family, but I'm looking like their family, but I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to take a guess at this. Alone in the dark, Z could not sleep. The other robots had always been able to answer Z's questions. If they did not know what love meant, who would? Maybe there was one person. In the morning, Z went out looking for Beatrice. Now, Beatrice was that name on the letter, right? So that's why he's like, she might know what love means. It's a beautiful picture right there. So he's going on his venture. Is he going with anybody? I might call him brave. I might give him a character trait of brave here, right? My evidence, he's going on an adventure on his own to go find out what love means, right? He's got to answer his question. Hello, I'm looking for Beatrice, explained Z. I want to know what love is, and she will have the answer. That sounds important, said the captain. Climb aboard and we'll go on a quest. Quest is like another word for adventure. And the captain's a cat. So they did. All right, so they're going on a quest and adventure. Unsure of how to start a quest, Z asked around. Excuse me, are you Beatrice? Are you Beatrice? Hello, are you Beatrice? No, said a voice. What's up, Beatrice? The animals don't know. We are on a quest to find out what love is, explained Z, and Beatrice will have the answer. I don't know any Beatrice, said the crow, but to me, I think love is sharing your food even when it's delicious. Ooh, did you hear that one-liner coming from the crow? Love is sharing your food even when it's delicious. If that person's sharing food with you, right, we don't share it because of COVID, but if it's with your family, right, and they love it so much, but they're going to share with you, I think that's love. They love you for that, right? So look, the crow shared for the babies. Now to the robot Z, that did not compute, meaning he didn't understand. But Z thanked the crow anyway and changed course toward a place with delicious food. Okay, so he's like, all right, maybe I'll go to delicious food. Not quite. The baker did not know Beatrice either, but she was happy to share what love meant to her. Listen to this one. Love is when someone is patient and takes the time to teach you new things. That is love. When they're patient and take the time to teach you new things. That sounds a lot like teachers. Did I mention we love you and our students? We love each and one of you. We love to teach you things, even when you don't get it at first, right? We are patient, we love you, and we like to teach you things. But that's not just for teachers, right? Older brothers and sisters, coaches, parents, friends, right? Even younger brothers and sisters can teach you something. When someone takes the time to be patient with you and teach you something, that's love right there. They care about you. That's love. But to Z, that did not compute. But Z thanked the baker anyway and changed course to a place with teachers. Ooh, where do you think he's going? The kids at recess had a lot of thoughts about what love meant. Hey, this is like Z coming to school, right? Doesn't have to be the playground, could be at your house too, wherever you do school, asking you, what does love mean to you? Huh? What does love mean to you? Oh, yeah? Let's see what these kids said. Love is butterflies. Love is sweaters. Love is wishing on a star. Love is lawn gnomes. Oh, Miss Summers, if you're listening, and look at them. They got gnomes hanging with their gnomies right there. Love is lawn gnomes. Love is a million puppies. Love is snowflake on my tongue. Absolutely none of that computed. But Z thanked the students anyway, but had no idea what to go now and what to search for after that. Hey, they're not wrong. That's what they love, right? It's hard. Remember I said it's hard to describe it? But Z was like, I'm confused, overwhelmed. Lots of kids told me a lot of different things. I don't know what to do now. What if they never found Beatrice? What if love was something a robot just could not compute? Oh, he's a little sad right here. Don't give up, bud. I hope he stays determined to find his answer, right? Don't give up. Z was about to suggest that they change course toward home when they stumbled upon a good place to spend the night. All right, so in the middle of his quest, he found a house to stay at. Hello, we are on a quest. Oh, never mind. Hello, I'm Beatrice, said the woman. Oh, there she is. That's Beatrice. Z could not believe their luck. Oh, we found you. What were you doing out there in the cold? Asked Beatrice. Looking for you, explained Z. I want to know what love is, and I thought you would have the answer. Beatrice paused to think. All right, I said it's not an easy question. She thought, so while she's thinking, it looks like she's made him cookies, and she thought some more. They're playing some chess, and thought some more. Now they're dancing. Love is difficult to explain. It's warm and cozy and safe. You'll know it when you feel it. Z hoped she was right. It's getting late, said Beatrice. Let's get some rest. The young robot was preparing to power down and recharge for the next day when the old rusty robots arrived unannounced. Oh, it does spell out family. You can't really tell. Here's an F on his chest. A-M-I-L-Y. Z, you were gone. We were worried. We were so worried about you. If someone worries about you, that's another form of love. That's a special kind of love. They care about you and they worry to make sure that you're always okay. It's a great form of love. Well, we found you. We brought your favorite bedtime story and your nightlight and your goodnight kisses. Oh, all the things, knowing something, knowing what other people like, that's a form of love, right? Tucked snugly in bed, Z felt warm and cozy and safe. It was feeling like the young robot had felt many times before. But now it had a name. Oh, he's always felt love. He just didn't know what it was. Oh, look at him. And he wrote a note for Beatrice, love Z. And there he is with his family who loves him, right, and takes care of him. They went to go help him because they were worried. Oh, I just love that book. Right? Z, our curious character right there, discovered what love is, but he had love the whole time. So let's see. Let's go to how we can describe our inside traits, right? Right? How would you describe him? Now that we know him, now that we know Z. Remember what I said? Yeah, he's brave. Look, even on that picture right there, he's like ready for it. He set out to go find what love meant on his own, and he was like, I'm going to go do this. This is what really is really important to me. He was curious, right? Curious means he needs to know the answer of something. And he was very determined, right? Determined's a word to describe him, that he wasn't really going to give up on it. He spent on that whole quest, met all these people and talked to these people to try and find his answer. And I put he's adventurous because he is really adventurous. Because he went on that adventure, right? He was already looking for adventure. How else would you describe Z? I do think he's nice and caring, right? Um, and maybe he kind of is outgoing. That means he could talk to people, right? Because he talked to he already asked the people in the story, right? He even was hanging out with Beatrice. He wasn't too shy, right? So I think he is outgoing. That means easy to talk to. Um, but that's our little Z, right? He wasn't just a boring, lifeless robot. He had a lot of character traits, right? And he was able to find out what love is. What does love mean to you? Now, I said that's a hard question. And I think we're going to talk about in writing, we're going to talk about loving someone and how they care about you. And just stop and think today. What does love mean to you? Is it butterflies? Is it ducks? Is it the sweater? Is it Fortnite? Is it your PlayStation? Is it warm and cozy and safe for you like it is for Z, right? Um, think about the people that you love. And it doesn't mean you have to say, I love you every time, but how do they show that they love you, right? Do they feed you, right? They make sure you're safe at home. They might read you a story. They might make you do your homework, but that's a form of love. Make you do your schoolwork, right? Make you get onto that Zoom. That's a form of love because they care about you. They might worry about you, right? That is love too. Love is so many different ways to show love, okay? And for Z, he had it this whole time and he just didn't know what it was called. All right. So hope you liked our story. I feel like I need to give you an air hug after that so you can feel some love, right? Right? Hope you have a great day. And make sure you check out all the other teacher stories. They have lots to teach you too. Okay. And we're almost to Valentine's Day. So we're going to be talking more about love. All right. Bye.